What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. If you don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
Alright, so we got to talk about this Yuzu emulation situation here. So if you guys don't know, Yuzu is, or actually was, a emulation tool used to emulate Nintendo Switch games. And Nintendo has recently gone after this company. It didn't end well for Yuzu. Yuzu is now officially shut down. They're now required to give Nintendo access to all of their tools that they use for Switch emulation. They have to shut their website down. They have to pay Nintendo. They settle out of court. They have to pay Nintendo $2.4 million. And Yuzu is now no more. And there's a lot of people upset about this. Now, I don't have a problem with people being upset about this or annoyed by this. But what I do have a problem with is people playing dumb. There's really people out here playing really stupid about this situation. And it's kind of annoying. This is because, as I said, Yuzu is a Nintendo Switch emulator. Now, there's nothing wrong with emulators. But said emulator was being used by people to play pirated games. And people are acting like this is just some mind-blowing, unprecedented event that Nintendo is upset about. How can they do this? What's wrong with Nintendo? What's wrong with Nintendo? If there is a program out there that users are using to play stolen Nintendo games, why would Nintendo not be upset by that? Now, I'm not going to act like I'm all holier than thou and that I refuse to play I've never played a game that was an unofficial, a pirated game or anything like that, or a movie. Hell, I have one of those Gamer Legend minis with the sauce on them. So, yeah, I'm not going to act like I'm holier than thou. But I also realize that if the companies that had those games on it were to be upset by that and wanted that pulled, they have every right to do so. That is the difference. You guys can't act like you don't know this is going on. And the fact that are there some a small selection of people out there that actually bought the Nintendo Switch, they bought the Nintendo Switch games, and they're strictly using this emulator just to play them at better frame rate and better resolution. Are there people out there like that? Sure. But let's not be ignorant and act like that's the majority of the users. Let's not do that. So while the emulator itself may not be illegal, the majority of the users were using it to do illegal things. So if there's someone really to blame, it's the other users. And acting like you don't know what's going on and oh my gosh, this is so shocking, it's silly. I'm seeing a bunch of people really upset with Nintendo over this. Oh my gosh, screw Nintendo, blah, blah, blah. Look, if you're a Nintendo fan, if you're an actual Nintendo fan, and this news pissed you off that much, you're more than likely probably not a Nintendo fan, because you would have known, you would at least, maybe it would have agitated you a little bit, but you would at least would understand why this is happening. And I'm seeing a lot of people online, oh, well, the only reason this is happening is because Nintendo gives us this crappy hardware, and if they would just give us more powerful hardware, we wouldn't need to emulate. Oh, please. Oh, please. If there was a PS5 emulator on there right now, people would be stealing PS5 games. It has nothing to do with the power of the system. It has more to do with the fact that people want some free stuff. Let's be honest here. If all of the systems, if the Xbox One X or the Xbox Series X and PS5 had emulators online right now, people would not be buying games. Let's be honest here. The real reason that Nintendo has a problem with this emulator is, one, they had a freaking Patreon where they were getting paid about $36K a month in donations to run this free emulator. And also because they were pretty much advertising the ability to play new current Nintendo games on it. And when I see people talk about, oh man, it's about game preservation. No, it's not. No, it isn't. This is Nintendo's current system. How's it game preservation concerns if you're emulating Nintendo's current system? Now, if this was a gen or two away from Switch and then Nintendo came and cracked down on it, okay, then we're talking game preservation. But this is their current system. And one of the main reasons why they went after this particular company is because it's emulating its current and only game system. I don't see why that is so hard for people to grasp. Well, actually, here's the funny part. It's not hard for people to grasp. They know this. They just want something to be mad at Nintendo about. Just like every other month. But look, I get it. The emulator was cool. Tons and tons of you got access to free games. But please don't act dumb. You know exactly why this happened.